So guys, in this part we are going to work on the chaos here in the middle of our scene, and also we make a damage indicator. So for doing that we need to go to HUD, and then I'm going to right click UI image, and as you see the image is in the middle of our scene. I'm going to put this symbol, this sprite to our source image. It's a little bit too big, so I'm going to put it at here width at 25, height and also 25 as well. This is also for our damage indicator. So now I'm going to small it. Now next one, I'm going to name it to cast hair. So now the next one, I'm going to UI another image. I'm going to call it damage indicator. For the damage indicator, I'm going to our center to and then I'm going to anchor it to the stretching our sprite. So as you see, as soon as I put the sprite to stretch, it's going to here we have a 910 top 490. So I'm going to put all of them at 0. So now it's cover all of this camera. Next one, we are going to over here. I have a blood indicator. Put that blood sprite to our source image. Then we are going, so when next time that we are going to make a script, we are going to make our alpha to down and to max, down and max. Okay. So now we can make the theta to 0. So now let's go to our script to write a script for that. So here I'm going to create a new C# script, going to call it player needs. Now let's go inside. In the top, I'm going to use a library because we use the image. So using Unity Engine .ui. Then I'm going to make a new class here in the top. I'm going to delete this part. We don't need that. Then here I'm going to make class public class needs or let's make it big N. Inside we are going to write public float current value. Then we want max value as well. So the next one will be our start value. And also I want a generate rate. And we want to decay rate to reduce from our health. That's why we need this function, decay rate, and also when we get hunger. So now we need to make a function here, public void add inside float going to call it amount. Yeah, I'm going to call it the amount that we want to add or to want to reduce it. Here we say current value. We don't want the current value is becoming more than our max value. When we get hertz or we get food or whatever, we don't want to go more than our max value. So that's why we need to use the mathf dot mean. So as you see here, return the smallest of two or more value. That means when we have a 2 value, it's going to take the minimum one. Here current value plus amount and the comma max value. So this is the, hope you got it, what that means. That means let me tell you, that means if our current value plus hill amount is over 10 and our max value is 12, so our script is going to take the 10 one. But if it's opposite, for example, the current value plus amount is 15 and our max value is 12, so he is going to take the 12 and not the 15. That's why here we use mathf.mean to get the minimum between two values. Now we need to do the same things, so I'm just going to copy that and paste it. This time instead of add, I'm going to call it let's call it subtract float amount. This time mathf.mean, instead of mean we are going to use the max. And here instead of plus, also we are going to make a minus. That means if our current value minus amount is going to become so less than 0, then it's going just not take that, it's going to take the max value. And the max value, we don't want the max value, we want to be 0. That means 0 is the biggest one. So I need to put that means if current value minus amount is, for example, -5, so our game is going to take the 0.0. But if it's, for example, 5, it's going to take the 5, not 0. Okay? That's why here we use the mathf.max. That means take the max value, not a mean value. Here, because it's a mean, we are going to take the 0. Hope you got it. It's the opposite of our mathf.mean. So now we need also to add another variable here, and this time public image, and then we want our bar. So UI slider. So then let's go down. Here we need to get percentage. We're going public float get percentage amount of our value. For that we need to make return current value divided by our max value. So if our max is 10 and our current value is 5, that means if 50% of our bar. So now let's go top. Here we need another variable, public need, and we want one for our hertz. Then we want for our hunger and thirst. Now another two variable would be our public float no hunger and to say HP decay. Next one will be no thirst HP decay. And before we forgot, we need also here to use a system dot save server. If we don't write it, we cannot see our needs. Now let's save it and going back to the game. Let's attach that script to our player. So as you see, health, current value, max value, original weight, decay weight, and a slider. So now let's go back again. We need also the make a start function here. Inside of the start, we need to say hertz.current value. We need to give the current value to our player is our hertz.start value. So now let's save it and going back to the game. I'm going to say, okay, max value is 100. Start value is for the hertz will be also 100. Generate weight. We can put it at 1. UI slider, we are going to put this hertz inside of that. We need to do the same for the others. So current value for the hunger, maybe we can put it at 70, max as 100, start value. So the current value, I don't want to give any number. See, but the start value will be 70. We want a decay weight of 1. Actually, we don't need to generate here. I'm going to put it 0 at our hertz. And then UI slider. I'm going to put this hunger there. Let's do also same for our thirst. This one need to be 0, so the start value will be 80. So now when we play, we should get the current value as the same as our start value. As you see, current value become 80, 70, and 100. Okay, then it's work. Just the UI doesn't work because we need to update them, which we will going to do that in the next video. So see you in the next video.